Hey there, welcome back to Reddit Relations, the best channel for Reddit cheating stories. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more stories like these. Now, let's get into the video.
The end of an 18-year relation. This happened last year. My ex-wife, together for 18 years, married for 11, two kids 7 and 12, wasn't in a good place because of the lockdown. Her life had changed. She's an outgoing person, so she had many outdoor activities, acting lessons, dance lessons, going out with friends, and she needed that. Her social battery needed to be charged with people. On my side, I'm the opposite. My social battery is used when I'm around people. We were fine that way. She had her activities, I had my gaming night, and on the weekend, we saw people, invite them, or going out, everything was fine. Until lockdown. No more acting lesson, no more dance, no more party. She was trapped in the house, and with the work from home policy in here, she didn't see anyone except me and the boys for a few months. Then, lockdown was lifted a little, and we could go and see people. So we helped a friend move out, and that's where she saw an acquaintance, and there was a spark. I think she saw a way to be free again. On January 31, 2021, she fell in love with another guy. That's when she started to trick me. She invited her side piece and the friend we helped moving for a dinner, and while I was chatting with said friend, she was in another room, making out with him. She invited him several times for game night, always with another friend, so I didn't suspect a thing. This kept going for some time when, out of the blue, in April, she told me that she wasn't in love with me anymore. She still liked me, I was still her best friend, her first love, the father of her children, but not her lover anymore. I proposed to see a therapist together to sort things out, and I even told her that I could move out, find a rent while we were trying to make things back on again. And she accepted that. 2 weeks later, while on a short vacation with her family, her mother, stepfather, brother, sister, I discovered the truth. She had a notification late at night, while she was sleeping next to me, and the light on her phone annoyed me, so I took her phone to make it disappear. That was a WhatsApp message. From Sheila. Saying good night, my love. As a response to a selfie saying good night, I love you. I read a few messages, that must have been a mistake. And I saw a selfie of Sheila. And lot of pictures of them together. A lot of heart emoji. My heart stopped for a minute. What was happening? A few seconds later, she woke up and frantically searched for her phone. I told her. I said that I saw the messages, that I knew she was cheating, and she started crying. And I cheered her up. I still couldn't believe what I saw. She was the one, she was sad, I had to do something. We spoke a little, and I told her to act like nothing happened, at least until we were home, without the kids. Monday comes, we head back home. The kids are still around, so we can't discuss the matter, but I had access to her Google account, so I went to see her travel. She spent almost every lunch in a park with him. She spent the afternoon of our youngest birthday with him in a spa, after she told me she couldn't have the day off. She spent night with him when she told me she was with a friend of her. So much lies. She wanted me out of our house to make place for him, while he was building their house. I saw bit and pieces of chat where he showed her the plans with these are the bedroom for the kids, and what do you think of this table? I was fuming. I wanted the all truth, so I blackmailed her. Either you show me the WhatsApp messages, and you'll tell me everything, or I publish a nice Facebook status, identifying every friends we have in common, to announce that she was leaving the house because she cheated on me with. Knew I would do it, so she told me. She showed me. I didn't kick her out the house, but out of the bedroom. After I regained composure, we talked. I told her I wanted her out of the house as soon as possible, but in the same time, we couldn't tell the boys at that time. The oldest had important tests at school coming, and I knew he would be so devastated that it could ruin his school year. These tests would allow him to go to a sort of junior high school. So, she spent her nights in our spare bedroom, waking up early to be ready to wake up the kids every morning without them to realize we didn't share a room. On the 1st of July, she left the house to rent something, while the kids were in summer camp. We told them when they came back, and since then, they spend a week with me, then a week with her and the side piece. We are at peace. No war between us. I hate all the lies, but I can't hate her for falling in love. We are still friends, but I don't trust her anymore. I can't say I'm feeling fine, but I'm mostly okay. I got good friends around, I love my kids, and they love me too. I'm still single, but I feel I'm ready to meet someone. On her side, apparently, things are not as fine. But that's not my problem, as long as the kids are okay. There it is. I don't think I forgot a lot of things. Anyway, I needed to vent. Thanks for reading. P.S. English isn't my first language, so, sorry if some phrases aren't understandable. And sorry for that wall of text. Story 2. It's the end. Got divorced today. Cheers. I'd want to express myself. I'm now feeling sick to my stomach, and my hands are trembling as I write this. I'd want to say a lot, but I'm unable to. It's Sunday today. It's a good day. My marriage came to an end today, and I'm relieved. Our divorce was formalized today at the first hour of the first hour, bringing our almost 16-year marriage to an end. I'm experiencing conflicting emotions. A part of me feels relieved, and a part of me is depressed. That lady was one of my favorites. She was the second most important person in my life. She completely annihilated me. I'm at a loss for what to say. Please be advised that our custody arrangement currently looks like this. I'm the legal guardian of my kid until he reaches the age of 20. She will be the legal guardian of our daughter until she reaches the age of majority. After that, I'll be her legal guardian until she marries the man of her dreams. My daughter will spend the next several years with her, since she is just 10 months old at the time of this writing. However, I may pay her a visit anytime I choose. In my nation, birth certificates are only issued until a kid has reached the age of 1 year. So I haven't signed it yet, but I will sign it as soon as I can. She's my daughter, after all. For the next 3 years, I'll be required to pay spousal support to her. Child support till my children reach the age of majority. I'm looking at 20% of my salary, or around $1,500 if I do everything right all at once. Please keep in mind that we are from Asia, and $1,000 is a significant amount of money here. My obligation to pay alimony is limited to the sum known as Dean Mar, or a sort of dowry, but not dowry, which I must pay. I didn't have to divide assets because infidelity played a significant role in this case, but I did offer her one of my apartments, not for herself, but for my daughter. I want my children to grow up in a safe environment, and while what she did was wrong, I cannot put them in danger, which is why I agreed to transfer one of my apartments to her name. At the very least, they won't have to worry about finding a place to live. Her mother will reach out to her and her sisters will assist her in caring for my daughter, since her family on her mother's side has entirely abandoned her, and she will be living on her own. After our divorce, my ex-wife spoke with me. I could see she hadn't had enough sleep. She expressed gratitude to me for our many years of friendship. She asked for my forgiveness again, and this time I assured her that I did. We each wished each other the best of luck before calling it quits. I was aware of her sadness and grief. I was in the same boat. It was probably for the best that it happened. In order to take a few months off, I've decided to quit from my work, which, given the amount of property my mother required, was never essential in the first place. When I signed the finished documents, it felt as if a big weight had been lifted off my shoulders. It will be a short visit with my mother before I return to my residence for the night. I recall telling a friend that I was not going to pursue dating since my youth had passed. I will be 40 this year. Typically, when you reach the age of 40, you begin to think about retirement and laying the groundwork for your children, the next generation. However, it seems that I will have to start again at 40. On New Year's Eve, I ran across a relative of one of my pals. She is 29 years old. I was very taken aback by how well she performed. She is the epitome of perfection. It turns out she was the therapist I'd been seeking for all along, and I'm speechless with gratitude. On the 14th of January, I ran into her at a party. We ended up drunk and in bed, something I'm not proud of, and am still resentful of how it all turned out. We ended up becoming friends. When I discovered out she was engaged, I was shocked since her lover had passed away. It took her 7 years to be able to let go of her sadness. She tried dating in the meantime, but it didn't work out. My wife is familiar with her. I'm not sure how she feels about her at the moment. It's been a long time since we've slept or spoken about us. I never even inquired as to how she was feeling. It's a complete disaster. Despite the fact that it has only been 4 months, a great deal has happened in that time. My whole existence was transformed. My kid has grown up, and I am quite proud of him. I previously said that I had intended to go to the Netherlands at some point. But I'm getting rid of it. This is the spot where I was born, where my forebears were born, and where they were buried. This is where my legacy will be left. I want my boys and their kids to be aware of our family's history and heritage, and I don't see how I can do this in the Netherlands at this time. A visit from my girlfriend/therapist/ that person I was talking about was extended to me, but I refused her invitation. Tonight, it's just going to be me and my guitar. I purchased a bottle of Jack Daniels. I'm not sure what's going to happen down the road. I don't know if I'm feeling better or worse. I'm not bothered by it. I'm simply feeling nauseated and want to get some rest. I hope it was all a dream and that I could put it all behind me. Even my brother, my mother, and father, as well as my former wife, are people with whom I do not have a good connection at this point. Things were never going to be the same after that. I hold her in high regard as the mother of my children. I'll make every effort to be there for her. My former in-laws reached out to me. He expressed regret for not being able to provide a decent father to assure her daughter's upbringing. I expressed my regret to him. There are few things in life that are supposed to be that way. We put in the time, money, and effort, and yet, in the end, it isn't even our decision or choice that is significant or significant. Such are the sacrifices made by men as well as women. I have a lot of respect for people. I have a lot of respect for you folks for going through such a difficult time in your lives. Up until yesterday, there was a persistent question in my mind about whether or not I made the proper choice to divorce my husband. That notion is still lingering in my mind. I'm not sure if I made the right decision, and I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to get over this betrayal. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to start afresh. But for tonight, it's all good. It's me, by the way. My kid is staying with my mother. He will be spending the night at the location. This is it, everyone. This is the end of the road. Wishing you all the best on your journey to the life that lies ahead. Cheers to the suffering, and cheers to the folks who have reached out to me on a consistent basis. Thank you very much to everyone.